A little bit of breaking news concerning the future of Jordan Henderson. It looks like his short time in Saudi Arabia appears to be coming to an end. As we understand from Sky Italy in the last 30 minutes or so, there's a possible loan move taking place to take Jordan Henderson on loan to Juventus. However, the sticking point appears to be that Juventus want him until the end of the season on loan. At the moment, Ettifaq are looking for a deal of around 18 months. I think it'd be fair to say, Paul Merson, that in terms of a move for Jordan Henderson, it's not really worked out, has it?
Bank-wise or...?
I mean, bank-wise,
well,
yes.
That's why he went.
Yeah.
That's why he went, so it's worked out in a way.
From a footballing point of view, it hasn't.
It was never... Why would it? They're playing in front of 2,000, 3,000 people, so the reason you're going over there is for the money. You know, in the end, and people tell you, money won't, money helps you, but it won't make you happy. Well,
there's a game in September, I think, or was it October? He played in front of just under 700 fans. That's quite a world away from Anfield.
Exactly. When you're playing at one of the best stadiums in the world of football, Anfield, every other week, people don't look at this, though. They get it in their head and they go, right, bang, there's put 3 noughts on the end of that and I'll go. He loves football. He's a football man. I don't know him, but he comes across as one of them lads who loves playing football. There's a lot of difference playing in front of 40, 50,000 to 700 or 3,000. He needs that buzz. He needs that buzz. That's where... And he's not the only player now. There's a lot of players you're hearing whispers from other players thinking, wait there a minute, this is...
Firmino, it's not worked out.
Yeah, I think someone was saying to me about Benzema as well. You know, that it's a bit like now, this is not really what I thought it would be like. He's got to get back. He's got to get back and play football. You know, his career's short. It is short, and he needs to get back, in my opinion.
Getting back, Clinton, is Juventus a good pathway if that deal can be done? The sticking point appears to be of the length of the loan deal.
Yeah, of course it is. Juventus are a big team. It's a big football club. And Allegri's the manager. They've got some good players. Obviously, they have players out in that midfield area. So you know what you're going to get with Jordan Henderson. He can play, and he's a leader, and he's good in the dressing room. As Merce said there, going to Saudi was a good move for him. The bank balance, yeah, everyone would have gone because the bank balance, it does improve. But in terms of football terms, and also him being available for England in the Euro and trying to make that squad and try and get game time, I think, yeah, he probably needs to go on loan. And I think Juventus will be a really good move. Ideally, he probably want to come to the Premier League.
100%.
But who's going to want to take him? Because the Premier League is the best league in the world. But there should be some teams out there who want to take Jordan Henderson. Not only what he gives you on the pitch, off the pitch as well.
The problem is he'd much rather come back to the Premier League, surely. Otherwise, he's just going to another country that he might get there and go, you know what, this ain't for me, Italy. He might.
Serie A's not a bad option.
Of course it is. I mean, it's amazing stuff. But you still got to take yourself with you. It's still you who's going to the actual country, different country. Got to learn the language. Got to take your wife and kids. You know, how are they going to like it? You're right. You're playing every week. You're going away. You're in a team. It's your wife and kids then. Yeah. You know, you've got to find a school. You know, he's 30-odd years of age, so he's probably going to have kids that go to school. You know, you've got to weigh all these things up. Too many times you go, bang, I'll take the money and don't think of anything else. What I would say, if you're that desperate to come back, take a massive pay cut if you want to play football.
Merce, that's going to be the only way.
Every club would want him. They'd be queuing around the corner.
I was just about to say that.
Pay cut and a big tax bill.
I was just about to say that. So
he's got enough money.
Everyone would want to take Jordan Henderson in the Premier League. Maybe not the top 4. He's left one of the best clubs, not in this country, in the world, in Liverpool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Incredible. So he's gone over there, he's tried it, he hasn't liked it. He must have known what he was going to. He didn't jump straight into this. I know he thought long and hard about it. It wasn't an easy decision. He's obviously not happy, because why would you want to come back? He's 33 years old. You think you're going over there for your last payday, you're going to relax, you're taking the family. Maybe he just hasn't settled. We don't know. But I think there, Merce, you have to sacrifice your money now, and if that happens, trust me, there will be probably 15 teams in the Premier League that would take him tomorrow.
But you're talking about Jordan Henderson. There's another football club that own him.
Yeah.
They're not just mean the bottom. They're paying him a fortune. They paid a fee for him. They're not just going to say, on you go, mate.
I mean, well, it seems like they're going. Yeah, but he says
because they're saying
18 months, there you go.
Yeah, but will that be his length of his contract?
Yeah, he had 2 years. He went for 2 years.
Exactly. But I think they'd even just say you can go. I think it's the thing of saying, and I think this is where I think the team in Saudi Arabia will say, right, it's 18 months, because the last thing they want is a high-profile player coming in and going, I don't really like it.
I mean, Paul's right, hitting along the PR lines. It doesn't look great for the Saudi Arabia League, but the thing is, they will still continue to offer these gargantuan amounts of money, and players despite stories like Henderson, if indeed he does leave, won't stop them.
No, of course, that money's going to tempt players to go over, as we've seen. You just wonder, did some players make that decision too quickly without thinking about everything in terms of course, the playing on the field, the standard's not the same as the Premier League. It's a massive drop-off. The fact that they're playing in front of not very many fans, they're not used to that. But then it's also the other stuff which Merce touched on, the family and how are they going to cope. It's a completely different way of life. I think you look at Jordan Henderson, he's, 33 years old. I'm sure there'd be a lot of clubs that would be tempted, like you say, if financially it was viable because of the leadership, because of what he can still offer. He'll still be fit as a fiddle. He'll probably want to come back and have that point to prove, get himself, make sure.
And there's the Euros as well. I mean, it hasn't so far stopped him being selected by Gareth Southgate, but it might.
Of course it might, yeah. So he's still got, he still wants to show what sort of player he is. So, yeah, I think there certainly won't be that many, or I think there'll still be a few clubs that would certainly want him.